All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, you're watching live at Strokers Palm Harbor, the 11:30 a.m. round of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship featuring Chris Honeman of Conifer, Colorado, and former U.S. Amateur champion Betty Lee of Conyers, Georgia. Betty in the black, Chris in the green shirt. Betty had won the lag and opted to start in the 8-ball set, so that's one of the interesting twists here of the U.S. Amateur Championship is that the winner of the lag opts to either take the 8-ball or 9-ball format, or they can take the break and let their opponent choose. So Betty has chosen to start in 8-ball, which is, it's always interesting to see, Alvin, which format the player tends to think they're stronger in. So
yeah, I've been seeing a lot of 8-ball starts. I notice in the men's tournament every year, some of the men will start in 9-ball.
Yeah.
So I don't see many of the women doing that, but they did do that, I think, in the finals last year of the women's. I think they started with 9-ball, maybe.
Yeah.
It's all a blur to me.
Terry says you have a strong, clear voice.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
So that's one of the
good.
One of the interesting tidbits about the U.S. Amateur Championship. Of course, these ladies in this particular match racing to 5 games. First player to win 5 games will advance. 3 games 8-ball, or up to 3 games of 8-ball. We'll definitely see 3 games here since they started in the 8-ball set, and then 6 games of 9-ball. So should be an exciting early match here today. The energy just starting to kind of pick up in the room.
Yep, this is about time. This is about 7 a.m. pool player time.
I imagine it was probably
noon.
pretty crazy in here last night during that game, huh? Did it get
yeah, it was
going?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy, probably everywhere, I'm sure. So
yeah, it was a great match too. So pool match.
This is Chris Honeman here. Chris is again from Colorado. Just kind of looking over her questionnaire. She's been playing pool for 25 years.
Yeah,
I won't give away her age, so
yeah,
I'll just say that's a significant portion of her life.
Yes.
Time. How's that?
Perfect.
Plays in a lot of leagues. Of course, plays in the APA leagues. She indicated she favors 9-ball, or that's her best.
Okay.
That's her best game too. So the fact that Betty opted to start that way, it's interesting. If Betty had read her questionnaire, she might have gone to 9-ball, right?
Mm-hmm. Be a strategy next year. We're gonna have to secure the.
Because her opponent likely would have gone with 8-ball anyway. So interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna have to secure the sheets so nobody can see them.
So I think Chris has finished, it looks like, as high as 3rd in this event previously. And of course, we mentioned Betty is a former champion, so I'm guessing these two may have squared off before. Not uncommon for some of these players that you tend to see year after year. Mm-hmm. And of course, Betty has played in this event numerous times. Chris has played 5 times, so
they're veterans.
Betty 6 times in this event. Number 1 in 2009. Beat Mary Rankin in the finals that year.
Nice.
We appreciate Betty. Well, she does real nice with this questionnaire.
Yeah, she knows. She's definitely.
She's very detailed, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the ladies really wrote out like novels.
If I were to fill this out, I wouldn't even be able to. My own handwriting is just horrid.
I'd look like Sesame
I'll write things
Street.
down and not be able to read it instant later. It's funny. All right, so Betty shooting on the 2-ball here. Pockets it in the corner.
Yeah, there's only one shot on the 6-ball that I can see, and she'll have to clear the 4 out of the way. Yeah, she's looking if it rolls down there. It's hard to tell without the. We need a higher ceiling to get the top camera, so we're a little bit off the table. We can't really see all the angles. She's just playing. Cool. She's just playing the.
It's got to be such a challenge for you going in all these different places and setting up, because the setup's always different.
It's always different. The people's
people are
names.
like, why does this look better? Well, I mean, it's
crazy.
Sometimes
it's
you got to go custom setup every time.
Everything's custom. You got to learn the people's names. They don't know who you are. You got to get all access to their whole building, and remember everybody's name. It's Yeah, and then to do it by yourself, set it all up, and then commentate all day, every day till the show's over, and then be the last person out of after you tear everything down and pack it all up, and then have to travel all the way home. It's not an easy life, that's for sure. But I don't think I'll be doing this for terribly much longer.
So I shouldn't like have my children pursue this?
No,
Streaming
absolutely
of
not.
professional pool matches?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things you got to do because you're passionate, right, about it.
No, I had to learn.
You got to be a passionate.
Somebody had to do it. I guess I was chosen to do this. So.
There you go.
I'm going to ride it out. It looks like these pool players here, same thing, just like you, man. Everybody's got where they are.
Looks like a nice safety there by Betty. Bring Chris back to the table. Of course, Chris in the green.
Yes.
Currently chalking. Betty seated behind the table in black.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have an 11:30 round.
Yes.
And then I know the ladies' semifinals at 3, so we probably have a round in between then at about 1 o'clock, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Probably at 11:30, so we're getting down there, folks.
Yeah.
This is man, it goes fast, doesn't it?
It really does.
We just started yesterday morning. You got but 33-player field, double a limb.
I've been super impressed with the ability of these ladies to play this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been
5 rounds today, so we've got this match, and we have one other in play right now. We'll have 2 matches at the 1 p.m. round, and then, of course, semifinals at 3 and finals at 5. So that'll be it. We'll be crowning a new champion.
Yep.
Seeing if they can hold that massive trophy up during the pictures. Like, most people don't see it. We do the trophies
We're
and
going
awards
to.
after. They sometimes they don't realize how heavy the trophy is, and we have to stand there for a few minutes while we do pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah, that thing weighs
a little bit of a workout.
80 pounds at least.
Yeah.
60. It's got to be 60 pounds.
Yeah. We got the GoPro?
We're gonna get it over
All
there.
right. So
we
when
did
we get
it
that,
set up.
we'll show you guys the trophy.
We'll turn the.
Because it's pretty cool to see.
We got this.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. I'm glad to do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed
Alvin's
that.
navigating the massive amount of cords and whatnot behind the booth here, the broadcast booth.
We'll give you a shot of the.
Gave us a little more light.
Hey!
There we go. Jason
All right,
Bowman,
that was enough.
Alvin Nelson. In the corner hidden is Steve.
Oh wait,
not on
there he
camera.
is. Where you at,
there
Steve?
He
there
is.
he is.
There he is. I'm gonna go grab that trophy. Let's take a look
Do
at that
it.
bad boy.
Yeah, bring it over here, and we'll switch it back.
I got to get the white gloves on. Calling security.
Jason's funny. Be right back, folks. At the between the racks.
All right, yeah.
Between
So
the
I
racks,
have-
we're going to show you the
I
trophy.
have secured through the
Boom.
our high-end security here at
Yes,
Strokers.
thank
I
you.
have secured the
We had to call the big
the
boss.
U.S. Amateur Championship trophy that will show the
He had to biometrically.
folks after the rack here.
He had to eye scan. Get into the box.
I'll take a bottle of water, please.
Me too. I like one too, please.
That's directed towards the
Yes.
staff, the wonderful staff at Strokers, folks,
Yep.
not to you at home. So
Yes.
please don't ship us massive amounts of water.
Yes.
I know you would be concerned back home about our
Yes.
hydration needs here in
We
the
do.
lovely Tampa, Florida.
Yes. There's not enough water around.
What do we got here? Okay, so she is.
She's gonna come off the rail, shoot the 8 in the top right-hand pocket, right at Betty, I believe. Or she's gonna shoot it in the side. Yeah. That's fine. It's
Chris
a little
Honeman here at the table, again in the green shirt.
bit more difficult of a shot to shoot this ball in the side, but it's okay.
Now, based on her experience here at the U.S. Amateur Championship, I like her chances here.
Oh yeah. get a line on this ball.
She's quite experienced in this event.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is.
Okay, 1
There
to
it is.
0.
1-0 Chris.
Thank you.
Leading. Thank you very much. There you
All right,
go,
wonderful.
sir. Thank you again.
All right, get this
Yeah,
updated.
so while we're on the break, let's check out this bad boy. Let's show
All
the
right,
folks.
yeah, let's
we
do
talk
that.
about it. So one of the perks of winning the U.S. Amateur Championship, of course, is we talk about the trophy. This, folks, is literally a work of art. It weighs about 40 pounds, and all of these are custom made. So we give these to the runners-up, and of course the big one goes to the winner. And this is the actual ladies' championship trophy that will be awarded later today. But the other cool thing, pull these off real quick. Wow, man. Woo.
Look at this guy.
I got to be super careful with this one because it's, one, it's very heavy, but two, the base of it weighs quite a bit. Folks, this is the traveling trophy, and what you see at the base here are the names of all the former winners. So dating all the way back to when we implemented the ladies event, and Tina Larson was our first champion. We've already started moving to the side of the trophy now, so this particular trophy resides in our office year-round and
Nice.
is the kind of the trophy of champions. So not only will they take home their own version of this, but they will have their name forever added to it. So
Awesome.
kind of a cool deal. I gotta put this thing down before I pass out.
Yeah, that's craziness. Who needs to go to the gym membership? Yeah, and mine too. First one. There you go.
Am I on?
Yeah.
I had to endure the stink eye there from Nicole when I took the trophy. She was
Shoot.
like looking at me like, "What do you think you're doing?"
Yeah.
But
That's her way of being nice, don't you know that?
well, I
by
just
now?
want people to see that trophy because I mean, it's one thing to talk about a trophy, but it's another to talk about it when it's like a work of art.
Yes.
That is,
It's amazing.
you're not
We're
finding
all
something like
protected.
that at the store,
No.
at the trophy store.
We're all looking out for those trophies.
Well, you got a question over there? Steve's giving us weird looks.
Steve.
How's the photos coming? Cool. So if you head over to our Facebook page, we just posted a bunch of pictures of the ladies' event from the last day or so.
Nice job.
Yeah, so especially for the ladies that are here, go out and tag your photos. And make sure your friends and family know you were here kind of thing. So some of the photos are out there. Again, that's at our Facebook page, facebook.com/poolplayers.
Boom.
Boy, the ladies keep forgetting to update your
Yeah.
scoreboard back
Yeah,
there.
I'm not
So
sure.
the score is actually 1-0.
Gigantic.
Chris, who is seated to the left of the blue letters. She's leading 1-0 over Betty Lee, who is at the table currently. Betty, a former U.S. Amateur champion, won all the way back in 2009. It's crazy to think that's 7 years ago now. It seems like, which was actually, I think, the first year we came down here to Tampa.
Is this the winner side or the L side?
You know what? I was going to pull that up. Maybe
I'm not
Steve
sure.
can pull that up for us on the bracket.
If he can get out of this maze of.
If he can stop
Wires.
playing Candy Crush. I'm just kidding. He's not. Oh, but apparently he is a Candy Crush player, but he's not currently playing it.
Not currently engaged in battle.
No. Apparently my wife plays that. I didn't realize it till the other day. Like I've got
What?
a 2-month-old. It's Candy Crush.
Oh, okay.
I have a 2-month-old, and so she was the
Wow.
other day. She was feeding him, and she was playing on her. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's playing this Candy Crush. Never knew the things you learn about your spouse after so many
Wow.
years. My wife back in St. Louis at the APA office. A lot of. Oh, we're on the one-loss side. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is a one-loss side match.
Nice.
And I don't know, is Stacy still in this? Stacy was knocked out last night. Okay. Last
Yeah,
round.
'cause
Stacy
she's played
lost,
this
huh?
morning.
We're talking about Stacy Bourbeau, who's the defending champion, trying to get a report on
Well, like we were talking
If
about
she has-
yesterday, say she's a target.
Well, yeah.
She's going to be the
It's-
target here.
It's really difficult to come into this event,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what's so impressive about it. Like Brian Parks,
She's out.
she's been eliminated. Okay, so Stacy was eliminated when? Last round.
Yeah.
So this morning, the 10 by Chris, who's
Wow.
at the table currently. So, well, congratulations to her. 'Cause that's still a very strong finish. It's very difficult to come in here and
Nice
defend
breakout.
those titles when everyone is suddenly
Yeah.
very aware of who you
Yeah,
are.
it's a
Have
feeding
probably gone
frenzy.
online and kind of seen some of your matches maybe from last year.
You're gonna get their A game for sure.
Right. So it's tougher when everybody knows who you are, which makes it like Brian Parks, who's a repeat winner in the men's.
Oh, yeah, they're after him.
Henry Brote is the only two guys that maybe one other early on that had repeated, but very difficult to do.
Chanel created a Facebook page just to be able to watch this stream.
All right,
Chanel, you created a Facebook page just for the stream?
Yes, her name is Bianca.
Oh, we appreciate that. Or Bianca?
Is it Chanel or Bianca?
I don't know if she says her name's Bianca, but she's posting under Chanel.
Chanel, Bianca, who set up the Facebook page just to watch. We are very happy you're here.
Yeah.
And we hope that over time you will embrace your Facebook page
Yes.
and come to love everything it can offer as a way to waste time in your life.
Absolutely. On the clock.
And for those of you, I'm guessing there's probably some people on the clock back at our office tuning in
there's-
too.
Absolutely.
Oh, Ricky's in the chat again, huh?
Half of our viewership is, I guarantee, is sitting at a desk working.
I hope we're not waiting on any graphic design work, Ricky.
I hope there's nobody driving and watching the stream.
Yeah. Yes, please don't.
Mhm.
You can listen to it.
Yes. So our soothing voices tell you about playing pool.
Chris Honeman at the table here from Colorado, shooting the low balls or the solid balls. One ball in particular here.
Okay, so
Chanel, first and middle name.
Bianca Michelle
Chanel.
Thank you.
You like that name, huh, Alvin?
Yeah.
I see you kind of smile at that name. Uh-huh.
No.
Jody Squires says that they have this on the big screen TV in the office.
Okay.
Where?
good.
What office is that?
She'll tell you.
What's the name there?
Jody Squires is the name?
Jody Squires. So Jody, where do you work that they've got this match on the big screen at work?
Oh, she messed up.
Because we want to give them a shout out.
Yeah. Hire me.
And to all of you employers around the country, you should be showing your employees these pivotal matches during the workday.
Absolutely. Everything stops when Inside Pool and APA hook up at the U.S. Amateur Championship.
right.
The world stops. And all the oceans leave
Get
their
that
bases.
World Series. We got the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship
right.
here at
I was tuned in.
Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida.
I didn't watch one ball of that World Series.
That's yesterday's news.
I didn't watch one
Today
ball.
it's all about the U.S. Amateur Championship.
I mean, this is what it's all about.
Chris trying to
Making
figure out if
this-
she's got enough room here.
I mean, this ball goes. So you just kind of force it, brute force, and hope the 7 stays, replaces the 3. Hope the cue ball stays in it without a back cut on the 7. It's just a force it. Yep, see the back cut on the 7. So, but luckily she's got just enough room where she can travel up table and then back down and hopefully slide behind this stripe ball to the left in between the side pocket and shoot the 2 in the bottom left-hand pocket and then the 8 in the side, probably off the 15 or up in the, yeah, more than likely she's going to shoot the 8 in the side, be my guess. She could shoot it in the top right-hand corner too, or left-hand. Depends on how far she bounces off the rail. The 2's got to go down 2.5 feet down the rail, so the cue ball's going to be moving a little bit.
Betty was the
2009.
champion in 2009. She's been in 6 different U.S. Amateur Championships, so where she's out of the Georgia area, and I know she has some other high finishes. Yeah, 2 third-place finishes, a second-place finish. So both of these players in this particular match have some pretty strong resumes, at least when it comes to this particular event. And I know they both play in, you know, regional tournaments and things
Sure.
like that, aside from APA.
All right, she's going to be diving forward. And she hit that nice.
Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky says he's just listening and LOL fun stuff.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Sure you are, Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Sure
already
you are
texted
driving.
Elaine.
You're all in trouble.
We had too much coffee this morning. You a coffee drinker?
You know, I quit coffee. I drink
Really?
NOS.
Great. Great.
Like, I'm not amped up enough.
Yeah.
I'm only down to 2 a day. So.
Well, Chris with another win there. She now leads 2-0 here. Certainly not the way Betty was hoping to start, having chosen the 8-ball set. But again, she's a seasoned veteran of this tournament, and I would expect that see her rebound shortly. I'd be surprised if she didn't.
Yeah, we need them to realize there's a giant scorecard right behind them there. Can we send Steve out to do that? Let's call Steve. You got Steve's number? Oh, there he is. Yeah, can you update the scorecard for him? Or tell him to? I will. I will. Jason, here, you talk with Jason for a minute. Talk about ATA.
All right, Jason, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about why you're making Alan go update the scorecard.
I want to get rid of the scorecard personally. That's why we have graphics for.
Yeah, that's true.
People want to know all the time.
I know. Okay.
Just floating it out.
Could always just leave the score on there.
There's a difference of opinion on folks. Maybe, and let's just ask the audience, gentlemen. Do you prefer to see the graphic of the score at all times at bottom of your shot, or do you prefer the little blue and red letters in the back? I'll let the audience weigh in on their preference for how to see the score.
And I will say that if we did leave the score graphic on the screen, we would have to tilt the camera up a little bit so we could still see
So
the whole
you
table.
lose some of the bottom of the table, right?
Beverly says no scorecard. We like the scorecard. Oh my gosh! We got a graphics one. Graphics, yes. Oh, scorecard, no. Graphics, yes. Ricky says graphics all the time. Of course, Ricky's a graphic designer.
Ricky,
so.
you don't count, buddy.
We're kind of split down the middle. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll make everybody happy. But the real reason I made Alvin do it is I have to put the embed code in the.
Meanwhile, Betty Sessions here trying to get on the board, trailing currently 2-0. She's shooting the solid balls with the low-numbered balls. Currently the 5-ball.
Terry Urban says use a coin on the table. That's too funny.
Betty here from Conyers, Georgia. Been playing for 20 years. She pockets the 2-ball there in the corner. Of course, we mentioned it, but Betty has been in this particular phase, or the championship rounds, if you will, the U.S. Amateur Championship 6 times, which is pretty remarkable, Steve. I mean,
that is pretty
with
impressive.
The amount of people that are not trying to qualify in the preliminaries, very difficult to make it back here year after year, and she's certainly proven capable, and of course won this particular event back in 2009.
Yeah.
Beat Mary Rankin in the finals. Rankin.
That was a little bit before my time. I started in 2012.
Yeah, well, I was here.
I don't know this other.
And it was what's interesting about Betty is so the years prior she had finished. I think she finished like 3rd in 2006, 2nd in 07, 3rd in 08. Those particular events were held at Mr. Q's in Atlanta, which is Betty's like stomping ground. That's where she's from.
So it's kind of a home field advantage.
Well, it was
type
just
of deal.
You would have thought, so the first year we move away from there down here, she comes out and wins it. So I don't know if maybe it was more difficult knowing, that you had this home crowd kind of rooting you on. She got away from that, and then of course wins the next year. So I remember how thrilled she was. She did. She was very thrilled to finally kind of overcome. I know it was really an emotional thing for her. So
she was like, "How dare you take it out of Atlanta?"
In fact, I'm guessing if you go back on our YouTube page, you'll find some recap videos and that kind of thing of when Betty won. You'd have to go back a ways, but you could search our YouTube channel, probably find the highlight video, which I'm guessing has some comments and stuff from her. Lots of content out there that folks don't know about that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got years of. Now we didn't always stream the finals. I think we've been doing this about 5 years, but you can go back and see like video recaps of some of the earlier events. I'd say dating back to about 2007, maybe
Somewhere in that range.
2008, somewhere in that range.
I think the last one I know for certain we have up is 2010, maybe 9. We got a lot of content, though. I mean, not only do we have that kind of stuff, we also just did a film series with Lee Brett that's getting edited and should be out here pretty soon.
Really?
So Alvin's coming back. Before I give Alvin the mic back, we're pretty split down the middle on,
On
graphics and
versus
card.
the
Yeah.
old cards back there.
Alvin's like, forget you guys. I'm ordering lunch. All right.
Bye, Alvin.
Bye, Alvin. We'll just hang
He'll be
out here,
back.
bud.
He'll be back. He always comes back.
Yeah, Alvin's a good guy.
So
I'm a
Betty
huge
Lee
fan.
is on the board here. Won the final game of that 8-ball set. Again, there are 3 games of 8-ball, and then the set moves to 9-ball here, where we'll have up to 6 games. So again, this is a race to 5. Chris Honeman in the green is leading 2 games to 1 over Betty Lee. In the black, Betty preparing to break is Chris Rax.
Now, Chris, she's here every year. Like I see her.
Both of these ladies are perennial qualifiers for the championship rounds. Chris has finished as high as 3rd place. I think she's been here 5 times. So
Yeah.
again, both very accomplished in terms of this particular event, which is why it makes for a really good stream match this morning. How are we doing on? How's the audience looking? What size are we at?
The audience is at 1:30.
1:30. A little early in the day. I get that.
It is a little early
Folks
in
are
the
at
day.
work.
We're trying to get the first bulk of the work done.
Yeah, there was a lot of folks tuning in last night. I saw though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't see anything.
I think we had 400, 500, 600, somewhere in that range last night. But the top peak viewers is actually kind of a really misleading number, though, because people come in and out all day long.
Right.
So whereas we might only have 130 at one time, we may have had 1,000 people come in and out already, 2,000 people coming in and out. And, of course, the big thing to remember is that not only are we streaming it live for everyone watching it live, but this stuff is going to live in perpetuity. I mean, it's going to be around forever, for the players to watch, for friends and family to watch. It's one of the main reasons why we're kind of stepping up the game with the streaming and whatnot.
Yeah, and you'll be able to find these matches on our YouTube, on the APA YouTube channel.
And on the billiard channel.
And on the billiard
And
channel.
on the billiard channel, yep.
Alvin behind me is reminding me.
Trying to get this 3rd mic set up so we can have it.
Setting up another
And this score is accurate, right? But it's 2-1 right now,
2-1.
for sure. Is that-
2-1 Chris. Thanks to Alvin's hard work going back to
Yeah.
getting those cards flipped. He's one of a kind.
Thanks, Jay. You too, buddy. Too, Steve.
What'd you order?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Go
Always
figure.
shrimp.
Shrimp.
What do you get here? Is
Yep, lots of shrimp. Of course, we're here on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Strokers in Palm Harbor, which is just across the bay. A very nice drive across the bay from our hotel this morning.
Oh, yeah. Can't beat that drive down that causeway.
Over here to Pinellas County. Of course, I'm Jason Bowman. We got Alvin Nelson, and somewhere on there is Steve. There we go.
I'm
We're
hiding.
just hanging out here,
I accidentally went to that camera, so.
bringing you coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship.
We have a question from Richard, or I guess more of a statement than a question. He says, I thought APA was for amateur players.
Definitely, you are definitely correct, sir. It is for amateur players. Of course, this is the U.S. Amateur Championship, where you're seeing some of the top-level amateur players.
Definitely a far cry from league play.
Yeah, well, I'm curious the context of his question, because he may be referring to like one of these players having played in a WPBA match or something at some point, which does happen. You know, sometimes these ladies, of course, the player that wins this event will play in a WPBA match next year. So
Yeah, but didn't give any context, just made a statement.
So definitely both amateur players. They do not make their primary livings as pool players. So that's kind of our first line of evaluation when it comes to amateurs versus pros is, you know, do they have another job?
Right.
That's not pool.
Like Brian Parks, for example.
Yeah, a lot of people with Brian, they say, well, he wins all the time. Well, he's good, but he's still an amateur
Yeah.
player.
He's an insurance agent, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he works for, I think it's
Farmers?
Farmers, yeah. You know, and that's what he does. He's an insurance guy. He just loves to play pool. So Occasionally he'll play in a pro event here or there, but he's certainly not a Shane Van Boning or a Mike Duchesne or a Rodney Morris, one of these guys that is traveling the world playing in every single tournament. You know, he's not a guy that's trying to qualify for like the Moscone Cup.
If he doesn't win, he doesn't eat.
Well, I
type of thing.
think what people don't really understand about professional pool is the fact that, you know, there's not really established tours out there anymore. There are independent events that independent promoters are running.
So they're just grinding it out, huh?
And so, and so anybody can enter. I mean, you know, Steve, you can go enter a pro tournament if you're willing to pay the $500 entry fee. They'll gladly take it because you'll be 2 and out. You know, you won't last very long.
Right. Well,
so you see a lot of that. But just because you play in a pro tournament does not necessarily mean you're a pro pool player.
Right. Well, Richard gives a little more comment. He says, if you've been playing for more than 2 years, you are not an amateur, I think. Well, Richard, I'm going to have to strongly disagree with you there, bro. I've been playing for a long time, and I am barely a skill level 3.
Playing every minute.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I've done a lot of things for 2 years that I'm still no good at.
Yeah,
so
we all respectfully disagree.
Yeah, nothing but love, brother. But yeah, that's not an accurate statement, I feel.
I was looking at that. You know, those Moscone Cup rankings are starting to become established. I actually got an email this morning from Mike Duchesne. Sounds like he's most likely going to be on the team again. We know we've worked with Mike a few times. Kind of a polarizing dude, but we like him.
I thought
he's a fun guy.
He took jokes pretty well. I think Jason referred to him as his on-show nickname. I'll let Jason tell that story if he feels inclined to do so.
Well, Mike was, of course, we're talking about Mike Duchesne, the professional player, multi-time Moscone Cup participant. He was on that TV show, Hustlers.
Yep.
That was on A&E or True TV.
True TV, I think it was.
A show called The Hustlers that ran for a season, and which I found pretty entertaining. I thought it was pretty decent.
That's pretty good. There were some characters on that show for sure.
But Mike was one of the people on that reality show, and they nicknamed him Big Head, Mike Duchesne. So, but you know what? He was cool about it. I asked him about it in an interview. I was like,
he started.
So what do you think about your nickname? And he was thinking of some other nickname. And I said, no, man, Big Head. And he just laughed it off. So he seemed like a pretty decent dude.
He has an infectious laugh too. When that dude laughs, he laughs with he laughs with his whole face. That's for sure.
I know him real well.
Somebody in chat, Richard Schultz from chat, actually beat us to the punch there, and they called him Rackmaster Big Head.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure Rackmaster in pool is not a compliment.
You're so witty.
Oh yeah, that's Richard Schultz. He said Fireball. That's what Mike Duchesne thought we were calling him.
Yeah.
But that's not what we were alluding to. Too fun.
That's all right if you watch the show Entourage. Have you ever seen the show Entourage? There's a whole episode where their analogy is that the bigger the head, the more success that person will have.
And if that's the case,
he cites all of these like celebrities with these big melons and says, "Look, man, if you got a big head, you're going to be ultra successful." So.
Oh man, I would laugh so hard if Mike came into this chat right now. Like I said, he's got a really good sense of humor, so we're not being offensive.
He may be on the other side of the world right now. Is the Kuwait event open? Is that still going on? Big event, pro event going on in Kuwait, and this is what we're talking about with pro pool. I mean, it's like if you really want to be a professional pool player, a real one that makes a living that way, you got to be able to travel the world. China, Kuwait, Asian countries. Of course, the Moscone Cup this year will be in
London,
in
right?
England.
Yep.
There's only a handful of events here in the United States, sizable events for the pros. Most of them they're actual professional players are traveling the world, and that's tough. That gets expensive. I mean, that's not
it's got to be a tough life too, man. And,
I would think so.
Traveling that much. I mean, it's hard to settle down. Relationships. I mean, it's glamorous and fun, and it's awesome to see the world. But at some point, it's hard. With what I do for a living, I'm in production, so I travel. I mean, we all at the APA we travel quite a bit, but nothing compared to those guys. I mean, they're gone more than they're home. And so, mad
Kuwait,
respect.
I mean, how long does it take to get to Kuwait?
God,
You think
like
Vegas
18
is a long
hours?
flight?
Yeah.
I haven't been home in over a month right now.
Yeah, Alvin here's a road warrior.
I got mad respect for that, man. I couldn't do that life.
Could be a pivotal part of the match here.
Yeah, Curtis
looks like she's in position
she's gonna
to
finish
run
this
out.
rack up. Curtis Hale says, I guess Curtis knows Betty personally. Betty didn't play pool very much for years due to having children. So she kind of put her pool career on hold for a sec. Which is totally cool, man.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can find that video. I'd like to. I know we had a video from her 2009 somewhere.
I could look it up
Very
on
cool,
YouTube real fast.
That was back when we would produce, like, before we did the streaming, we would produce some small recaps.
Richard Schultz says Darren Appleton is in, I assume he's Darren Appleton he's talking about, is in Kuwait missing his wife's birthday today. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's harsh.
Yeah.
That's hard. You know, and think how hard is it for the wife as well, you know?
Well, we know that. I mean, wife at home with my 2 kids. You got a wife at home with your 3 kids.
Oh, 4 kids, bro.
4 kids?
Yeah.
Man, you had a kid when I wasn't.
Well, no, man. I have
Steve's
3.
like a rabbit, man. He's freaking
I got to get a
making
different
babies,
hobby.
like,
I got to get a different hobby, no joke.
Forget it.
Now we had the 3 kids, and then we actually have the foster kid now, so it's 4.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the conversation. Here live at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida, where Chris Honeman has taken a 3-1 lead here against Betty Lee.
So what are you thinking right now
breaking
if you're
here.
Betty? Like, what's going on in your heart? You trying to just stay calm? Are you trying to keep your mind in the game?
I think Betty's played in this event to know that she's still
So
very
she's a
much in
rock.
this, yeah. And she has the talent to, you know, potentially run a rack,
Sure.
kind of thing. So I don't know if that's going to happen with this particular rack, but
And this is winter break format, right? So she can just.
right. So now she is, you know, if Chris gets on the hill here, I think.
A little more stressful at that point.
I think she'll be sweating a little bit more.
But
you know?
until it's on the hill, it's usually just keep it together. Yeah, Chad is saying, "Yep, Betty's seasoned. She can handle it."
I'm trying to remember when she went from Betty Sessions to Betty Lee. She was Betty Sessions when she won this event.
Chad is really getting behind Betty here, saying Betty is a comeback queen.
Comeback queen? All right. I'm sure she would appreciate that.
Corey Ewing says, waking up to a World Series win in Chicago. Good morning, world.
Whatever.
I hate to say this, but we're from
Cardinal fans,
yeah,
bro.
We're from St. Louis, so.
So, congratulations to them. They didn't screw it up for the 109th time. There you go. That's as good as you're getting from us, buddy.
Congratulations on getting kicked off the street.
They didn't screw it up again.
Alvin says we'll have to ban people who talk about. No, we're not going to do that. I'm kidding. No, they played well. We watched the game last night. They played well. It was. I'm actually not a huge baseball fan, and that was the first game I watched in a long time, and I'm glad I watched it. It was good. A lot of close calls. It was a game of inches. It seemed like, kind of like pool a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. You know.
I would say the excitement, though, pales in comparison to what we're seeing here
Oh,
at
absolutely.
Strokers Palm Harbor on this fine morning. And, well, there we go. Alvin's unplugging stuff and plugging stuff back in.
Nah, you're all right.
You're all right, man. And this is what I'm saying about Betty, so here we are. But why don't the ladies and the guys have the same race? I'd have to ask the tournament staff. I think it has to do with the average match time that, or the game time that it takes each of them, and not extending the tournament any longer. I think the race originally was a little bit longer, but I think
Average match time.
Well, I want to say, yeah. I mean, I think their average match per game is significantly higher than the men's, and it just, with the duration of time that we have to run the tournament, it's got to be able to work. So they do extend the race in the finals to 9 games.
Correct.
So I'll get verification from Bill or Nicole, but I believe that to be the reason.
That makes sense.
Although I'm cool with staying here longer, but you know, it's one thing for one of these locations in Jose to kind of turn over the facility here to us for 5 days. Hard for them to kind of give it up.
Double elimination's a long tournament.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, there was I don't know off the top of my head how many entrants we had for the ladies event, but it's taken a couple of days, and so every time we add more time,
33 ladies.
Is it 33?
Yeah.
So every time we add more racks, I mean, you just extend the amount of time that people are away from their families, that people have to travel. I mean, it gets pricey for the contestant as well,
Yeah.
or for the player.
There's a lot of logistics that go into pool tournaments that I don't think the general public sometimes realize, especially when it comes to like our bigger events in Las Vegas. I mean,
She got this
the
right.
getting some weird feedback all of a sudden.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, no
yeah.
feedback.
Um,
That was a good shot.
but I don't think most people realize the amount of time it takes for setup of a tournament with like 300 pool tables.
oh yeah.
You're talking days and
Ooh,
days.
there she goes, 3-2.
Nice job there by Betty. Again, kind of like we talked about, seasoned veteran. Gets down a couple games.
And she's smiling there too. She
Runs out
seems
the
calm
rack.
and chill.
I think so.
And Alvin, you'll be happy to know that she changed the score.
Yeah.
Alvin just goes, yay! So we actually have a time-lapse video. Maybe we'll show it between racks or between matches of the setup of one of our large events. It's
Yeah,
it's
pretty
a
cool.
week-long, 60 people.
Yeah, we boil it down to 60 seconds, but it's a multi-day, just shy of a week process, where the hotel and our crew are coming together, and then of course the table guys too. We've got 3 different teams of entities of people that have to
Yep.
come together to set that thing up, and it's quite the setup. This is Chris Honeman here racking. Betty Lee preparing for the break in the background there in black. Chris in the green. Chris leading 3-2 here at the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship.
Chat saying that was a great out. Definitely a great out. Good wrap.
Interesting that
Ooh,
Betty opted to start in the 8-ball set for this match. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but
yeah.
because according to her, I mean, she doesn't necessarily favor or believe she's better at one than the other, but she chose that 8-ball rack, and then she's looked much better, I guess is my point, as we've moved into 9-ball. Tries to play safe there.
Curtis says, thanks for the stream. You are very welcome. Christy says 3-2, question mark. Yes, that score is accurate. It's 3 racks to 2.
3 racks to 2. Chris returns the favor to Betty there with a safety play of
Oofed.
her own.
Chad, how would you get out of this? You tell us.
Did you get some food?
I ate a little bit of food.
Okay,
I want to
Alvin's
make sure.
refreshed. He's back. He's
I
refreshed.
want to make sure.
You smell like garlic, I'm going to be honest
Yeah, I
with
know.
you. We are in close
garlic
quarters
shrimp.
here in this booth, folks.
Yeah, we are. I had to
So when
save
somebody
Steve.
has garlic, we all have garlic.
I had to save Steve there from
Steve?
save Steve
Okay.
from having to figure this rack out. Okay, so she's going to bank this ball down to the bottom right-hand pocket there. And hopefully it goes, and she rolls down for the 2. Yeah, exactly.
What are we reading here?
They're all shark. Yeah, it's automated. Yeah, I
Alvin's
need
back.
something to
Alvin's
do.
back. See, you do have fans. You,
Yeah.
you were missed.
Appreciate that,
And
Terry.
you have
Thank you.
fans.
Yeah, I wanted to.
If you want to come down here to
Yeah.
Strokers in Palm Harbor, Alvin will sign autographs and take
I've
photos.
had people come up and actually, yeah.
He'll
I've
give
had
you a
people-
hug, maybe.
I've had people turn around and say, "I know you." That's crazy. All right, wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank
Steve's going to leave his phone so we can
you.
go
Watch
through
him
his
ripping
text
on us.
messages and see what he's been saying about me.
Rail first into the 1. Kick it up table. This is a good safety here. That almost worked where she needed. I mean, she did pretty good. It's created distance. She sent the 1 ball to the down towards the 8, and the cue ball stayed up table. So, not quite where she wanted to be. She wanted to be behind the 9, but we'll see if she can make this ball. She's going to try her own little safety here.
And did we find out this is the 1-loss side here, right?
I'm not sure. I was running around doing
Eating shrimp. I know what you were doing.
eating shrimp. Yeah. Well, I was letting Steve commentate a little bit with the chat. I thought he was doing a good job.
Yeah.
But
Steve loves the chat. He's
He-
He's a chatty guy.
Yeah, he's a chatter. So I figured we'd let him do that for a while.
We're good, thank you.
Thank you. So Miss Lee here. She's going to go up top rail, down, shoot the 2 in the top right-hand pocket, 3 in the, top left hand, 3 in the top right. 3 to the 5 should be pretty easy. 5 to the 6, roll up for the 6 in the right-hand top pocket.
Man, you make it
7.
sound so easy.
It sounds easy.
In theory, right?
It looks good on paper.
It's always easy in theory. Yeah, it looks good on paper.
Looks good on paper.
Execution is key, though. Betty kind of sizing things up, doesn't want to. She likes to play fast, but she'll take her time when she needs it.
Yeah,
you know? She's smart. She's a smart player.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed watching her.
All the best players, they do a little bit of thinking at the beginning and then they just execute everything. She's just trying to figure out how to play this 7.
Betty, part of that Atlanta pool scene, which is huge.
It's
pool
a strong
community.
Pool scene, yeah.
We got a lot of APA teams there in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah, Georgia pool scene's big time. This is going to be a little tough to. She's going to have to go cross table to get shape on the 6. She would have liked to bend down farther into towards the center of the table. This is a center ball shot.
When you get a chance, will you take this back over there? Thanks. Got to get the security call. They want to know where the trophy's at. I forgot we had it back here.
The beepers.
We were showing off this fabulous trophy here, and they get a little nervous when it's not around for too long. I got the stink eye when I brought it over earlier, so not bringing it back gets me like the double stink eye, and maybe they take away my lunch. I don't know.
Yep, you got to play the bring back the trophy move.
Yeah.
She's going to shoot this ball in the right-hand side pocket. The 7 ball, I mean, not the 6 ball. I'm always on the next ball.
Yeah, pool's a lot like chess, right? You got to be thinking advanced steps ahead. I don't know how many they say in chess, but I think they say the really good players are like multi-steps ahead of their move, and I'm guessing the same thing applies to the best pool players.
The best pool players, they know
they break the rack, they look at it, they kind of establish a pattern. Is what they call it, right? A pattern that they're going to attack the balls, and
it's crazy.
They go from there. I don't see anything like that when I break. I break, and I'm like happy if something drops.
Yeah, you will as the more you do commentary and the more of these amateur championships you do, you're going to gather more knowledge. She's looking to see if that has a lane. I don't think it has a lane. But we'll see from what she's going to cue in it like it's got a lane. The 9's going to move here, and the 9 might become a problem for pocketing the 8 ball. She may be playing a combo 8-9.
Yeah, this is a huge shot here in this match with her trailing by a game, but opportunity to pull even here.
She should have shot this ball in the side pocket as suggested. She's going to play the 9. Yeah. Okay, she just basically played a safety, made it difficult.
Made a little more challenging for Chris here,
to get to make the shot. She's gonna. I mean, the shot's the bank. There's also a safety where you could kick the 7 up table and pull the cue behind the 9.
We've talked a lot about Betty, but Chris here. I mean, again, 5-time qualifier for this event.
She'll play.
Finished as high as 3rd place and. Executes that real nicely.
She was confident with that bank.
So the golden opportunity for her to go on the hill here. Again, Chris from Conifer, Colorado.
Yeah, she has no angle on it, so she's almost going to have to shoot the 9 up in the top of the table. She's going to have to draw back about 3. She wants to draw back and shoot a straight-in shot on the 9 up in the top left-hand pocket. Because she can't get off the rail here to do anything. She has no angle, so she's going to have to draw this ball, which potentially can rattle the 8 ball rattle it in the pocket. Well, draw always rattles. I mean, it doesn't always, but you got to hit it so pure. If it even touches the sides, yeah, she's going to. Looks like has to put draw on the ball. She's debating it, though. She's one to put force follow. Now, see how low she's going to hit it. She's going to draw it back. There she goes. That's the play. Yep. That's all she had.
Certainly a makeable shot, but a challenging one.
Yeah, it's got a lot of space between the 9 and the pocket.
A lot of space.
Yep,
In this case, a lot of blue.
A lot of blue.
Just like the coastal waters I cruised across to get here this morning. Man, it's beautiful outside.
It is. I love it here.
Steve and I pondering the idea of putting this tournament in an outdoor venue at the beach, but
Sounds
I don't
good.
know.
It'll play like the tables would play.
Little
Slow, swampy.
sand, humidity. Beautiful shot there by Chris.
She on the
is
hill.
now on the hill.
She's on the hill.
Needs only one game in this race to 5 now. An impressive shot to cap off that last rack.
You got somebody calling you?
I'm just waiting on a text from my wife. We are refinancing our house, which has turned into like this multi-day process.
Cool.
So trying to lock in those interest rates now before this election.
Woo.
We'll end we won't go any further than that with that conversation, I guess.
Yeah, let's not. Yep. We like to keep our friends, don't we?
Yeah.
All right, so now, I messed it up. 4-2. And they're taking a little break.
Gonna take a little break.
Yeah,
Let's run a couple videos. Show people some stuff,
let's
man.
do that.
Keep you guys entertained back in internet land. Oh, this is a cool video we did this summer right around 4th of July. Check it out, folks. What do you think?
Let me get it going here. Oops. I got to figure this out. Oh, man. Come on, Al.
I thought it was always DDR2 or something.
Look at this. Come on, Alvy. Come on, buddy. Man. I'm
Yes.
dogging it, Jay.
I know. Come on, man. I think you're looking. I think you need
Oh,
DDR2.
I gotta play it.
There you go.
I had it right. I just had to play it. All right.
Alvin's learning
on,
some
man.
new gear here at the
Yeah,
event.
this is not good. Where's DDR2? There it is.
DDR2. There you go.
There. Oh,
Now
chick
you
with
gotta
horse-
rewind.
Okay.
I don't know if are we live on sound with this video up?
No, they can't hear us. Can they hear us or not? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at who it is. Got the Florida hat on.
Backgrounds.
Different abilities.
We all
gotta
have
start
different
that over,
reasons
come on.
for doing what we do.
But we're
If you
all
want me to
one.
start it over, I'll start it over. You're the boss, man.
One passion.
But they got
one
in full
big
context.
family.
All right.
I want to see if they liked our 4th of July video. We
All
did.
right.
It's
This
supposed
is
to have a
your baby.
patriotic feel, yeah. Steve and I put this together.
All right. All right, well, let's not talk through it, right? Yeah. Let's cut this off here. We still have a live mic.
We come from all walks of life.
Different backgrounds.
Different abilities.
We all have different reasons for doing what we do.
But we're all one.
One love.
One passion. One big family.
We are.
We are
Our American pool players.
American pool players.
American pool players.
And this is our league.
There, are we on? All right, good. Yeah, are you too low? You can't hear yourself, can you? Better? How about that? Better?
I hear you.
Your microphone's got. You can't hear yourself. What the heck?
I hear you very loudly.
Yeah, that's not good. How about now? Is that better? Nothing, huh?
Do you hear me?
I don't hear you. You're on mute. There you go.
Chickadee check, riggedy rack. We're back.
Okay, we're back now. Wonderful.
We're back.
Jason Bowman and myself.
Chris Honeman on the hill
She's
here.
on the hill. We're playing 9-ball. We got Steve Alejandro, our superstar.
What do they think of your video, Steve?
Do they like the video, guys?
What's up, Jose?
Victor cried a little.
What's Jose got?
I don't know. Somebody must have turned it off. I'll jump up there and get it fixed. Yeah, it needs to be on. I'll do it after this match is over.
technical issues
I know, it's
here.
so much stuff for me to
Well, we
deal
talked
with.
about it earlier. It's very challenging to set up,
Super.
come into these different places and
Crazy.
get lighting and everything set up based on kind of what their setup
Mhm.
is. It's always a custom setup job. So
Yep.
Jose,
Oh, he's great.
the owner here at Strokers, great guy.
Gives
Good,
me
really good
free
pool
range.
player too. He's a good pool
He
player.
plays good.
He's qualified for this event. So again, this is Chris at the table leading 4-2 in this race to 5. Chris in the green, Betty seated in the black. Well, it was a kind of an American pride thing we were
Yeah, that
doing,
was
so
that wrapping
was,
ourselves
that
in the
was actually
flag.
tied. That particular video was tied to 4th of July. So
Oh.
not that CPA or JPA are less patriotic, but the reality is the vast majority of our members in our particular
At the
office is based in
American
the United States.
Pool
so
Players Association.
yeah, that's all right. We love our,
Oh yeah, I
our
have
CPA
fun up there.
and JPA folks.
I've been up to Kennedy. Up there to can't even remember the name of that pool room. They did the Clash of the Titans event. It was a cool event.
Oh, yeah, I know the
Can't
Toronto
remember the
area,
room.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Toronto area.
It's pretty cool. Everybody's laid back.
Betty Lee at the table here.
Boom.
Nice shot there.
Nope, she's gonna go down. She ain't gonna go down
Yeah,
easy.
she's not sweating it too much, is she?
Mhm.
I can promise you, with Betty's experience here, she's had more than a few matches that have gone this way where she's had to kind of fight and claw back. And again, when you're with this particular event and this far into the event, it's not uncommon to see these ladies, you know, run out of rack.
Yeah.
You know,
I look forward to get out
I mean,
here.
maybe earlier on in the tournament where some of the players aren't quite as seasoned as these two ladies, but here, Betty's not going to make this easy for Chris by any stretch.
She may have. Okay, she's okay, barely. She almost went too far down table. She's going to drop down to the bottom rail and bounce off the rail a little bit. 9 is be perfect. 4-3.
I hope you didn't jinx her.
Should keep it alive.
I hope you didn't jinx
No,
her.
she plays good. She can play through this. I do admit when I make them miss,
You
though.
would have felt bad. Had
I
she
would
missed that
say,
shot.
yes, it is my fault. Yes, it was.
So Betty Lee with a
Yes.
strong response. Moments after Chris goes to the hill, Betty comes right back. Again, she's still got her work cut out for her. Trailing
yeah.
by
She's one
trailing by a
mistake.
game, but
One
again,
mistake away.
you know, she's a good break and a run out away from being
She
hill
sure
hill
is.
here too.
It's
So
a
it could go
key.
either way.
Very important
Very
break
s-
here.
Yeah, good match here.
Mm-hmm.
Good match to get our
Yes.
morning going, the 11:30 round here.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to get better throughout the day, folks. Of course, we've got the semifinal round scheduled for 3 o'clock this afternoon. Finals at 5. We'll have the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee, here with
Yes.
us to commentate those matches. So that'll be cool.
Wonderful.
Jeanette's, she's as good as it gets in terms of pool
Yeah.
celebrities, huh?
She's the
Black
number
Widow.
one in the world, man.
Yeah, I mean,
most famous pool player
everywhere
ever.
you go and you tell them
Everybody
you're in
knows.
pool, they're like, you know,
Yeah,
the Black
Jeanette
Widow.
Lee.
They may not necessarily know her name, but they know,
Mhm.
like, the Black Wow.
Yep.
All right.
She's just about as famous as Minnesota Fats and Willie Moscone.
Steve, what are you eating there, buddy? Blackened chicken Caesar wrap.
Thank you.
Man, these guys are eating all around me. It's just
I know your turn's next,
my
buddy.
mouth is
Oh, you're going to
watering.
Public Subs. You're on that kick, right?
Hey, don't make fun of public subs, man, because literally,
I'm not.
and the audience can weigh in on this one. If you ever had a public sub, man,
Come on now.
you'll never go to Subway again. Put it that way.
Chubway. Yep.
Come on, keep it clean.
Yep. Yep. Public Subs.
Public
You
subs
turned me on
are
to
the
them, man.
business, man.
Mhm.
Oh, I may have to go now that you mentioned it because I'm craving a public sub. That's what I had for lunch yesterday.
Uh-oh.
I hope you guys got mints before Jeanette gets here.
Bah.
She's not
I'll
going
brush
to
my
be
teeth.
smelling your
No. Shrimp breath. Garlic.
semifinal rounds. 3 o'clock this afternoon, Eastern time too. Make sure you kind of note that because we're here
Yes.
in Florida on East Coast time. The folks
Yep.
on Central Mountain and Pacific time, or wherever you are around
Sleeping.
the world. Really, I'm guessing maybe we got some viewers from
Oh,
who knows
yeah.
where.
Oh, all over the world. Yeah, we're blasting out
I don't know if
across the
Steve
galaxy.
can dive down any of the analytics and see where our audience is coming from.
Do it right now while you're eating lunch.
Yeah, man, come on.
Jason commands. Oh, look at how lucky she got here. Nice.
What's that move that he just did?
I don't know what
is
that
move?
was.
That's
That was
weird.
some kind of airplane.
Oh,
He's
okay.
eating a sandwich. Come on, Facebook. Get your
Chris
stuff
Honeman
together
at the table here. Again, Chris on the hill.
Yeah, she's a little straight
Potentially be
in.
it for her.
She's a little straight in to drop down for this 5-ball. It only goes in the bottom left and the middle right pocket. So,
Yeah.
okay, got
Curtis
one.
knows about the public subs.
She's going to have to play this with a lot of speed, and that gets tricky when there's that little space between the cue and the object, and that much room between the object. This shot is. I do not like shooting this shot.
Do you think I
for
could
my
work
rent
this
money.
commentary in like a sponsorship from Publix so I get like
We can do that.
lifetime free subs?
I'm sure they'll work something.
I don't
out
even
with
need cash. I just need like a
lifetime
sub a day. Of course, I live in
whenever.
Missouri and we don't have Publix. So
Yeah, you don't have Publix
I either
there.
have to move.
They'll
or,
sponsor you. I guarantee it.
Yeah. So if anybody is representative of Publix watching, love your subs. Would love to plug your subs
Yeah.
over and over.
I
I'll
would
even
too.
eat one. I'll eat one on camera if that's what it
Perfect.
takes.
With the Publix wrapper, and I'll wear a Publix shirt.
Yeah.
And like the bag boys,
Ah.
I'll dress up like a bag boy, and
Man, we get a little slap happy after a while.
it
in here,
gets
don't we,
goofy back
folks?
there,
Whew.
man. Gets goofy.
And it's only 11 or
Mhm.
mid-noon. Noon
Yeah,
yet?
yeah, it was
12:20.
cool.
Yeah, but how many of them are eating public subs?
Exactly, exactly. She's gonna play this ball off the 9-ball. She thinks that that this goes, and it does go, but you have to hit this ball really strange. She's gonna hit it real thick, right into that 9, and it should just drop right down in that pocket. But what's gonna happen to the 9? Oh, she could cut it. And she played a safety shot and scratched, unfortunately. Betty's gonna make it hill on this one.
You like Betty's chances here?
I do, because it's natural from.
It's gonna go and who? Yeah, see.
It's a
Who
natural.
called her the comeback queen on there?
Somebody did.
Yeah. Well, whoever called her the comeback
Do
queen.
it again.
Do it again for us. Yeah.
5 is natural off the rail to the 6. 6 off the rail towards the center of the table. 8 in the top right-hand pocket. 9 in the bottom left. Forget about it.
Everybody's hungry. Hey, I'm right there with you guys
Uh-huh.
because it's.
I'm looking at. Yeah.
Steve's eating and Alvin ate,
I
and I'm
I
just
ate
smelling
3.
all their food.
I ate 3 pieces of shrimp.
Well,
so-
you look at you, man. You don't need much more than that, do
Yeah,
you?
exactly.
Yeah.
No. That's because I work out all the time. That's why I'm so skinny.
Betty
No
pockets
fat.
the 5, moves on to the 6.
All right.
Comeback
Yep.
queen.
She's
right,
proven her
We'll
right.
see. Still got her work cut out for her a little
Yeah,
bit here.
she got one a little far up table here. And she's going to go bottom. She's going to go down into try to pass by the 9. I don't know about that. That's fine. See, I guess it's better to go. The 9-ball becomes really big here if she's going forward, which she has to. She should get the rake out. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. She's going to get hit the 9. No, she played a great shot. That's why she's a champion of this event.
Yeah, nice
Amateur
job.
would hit that 9
Nice
ball.
job, Betty.
She rolled that real nice.
So we're not rooting for one or the other here. We're just rooting for a
No,
good
of course
match.
not. I want them both to
So,
play good ball, good pull.
If it's up to us, we go hill every time and listen to Alvin
Yeah.
talk about it all day long.
Mhm. Bring you something. Yep.
Yeah. Who
Yep.
is
made a choice to talk about food?
I know. Hey, if
That's,
people in the audience is offering to bring something, but no,
Mhm.
we'll be all right. We appreciate the offer, Curtis Hale.
Yeah.
But you know,
You can bring me some money.
a chicken tender sub wouldn't wouldn't hurt our feelings. I don't think. But
Yeah.
who's your buddy with the mohawk? I saw him this morning.
Hollywood.
Who is that?
Ryan Hollingsworth.
Ryan Hollywood.
Yeah.
Is he playing in this event?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's Alvin's buddy. He's got like this mohawk and then
Yeah.
like this crazy facial hair.
yeah,
thing.
he's awesome.
I saw him on my way over here this morning.
Uh-huh.
He's one of the faces you always see around
Uh-huh.
this particular event.
Oh yeah.
Betty on the 9 ball here.
Come on, Betty. Roll it in there.
And
Roll
it goes,
cheese.
and we're going
Wow.
hill.
Wowzer. Let's see what our time. We're rocking at just over an hour here. So these ladies are playing pretty darn fast for being hill already.
Hill.
And we will send you over to poolplayers.com, the APA's amazing website. It's technically
And
incredible.
It's so amazing. We're getting ready to redo it.
Yeah, with
It's so amazing.
your
But
tech guy, Greg.
for
right?
now, poolplayers.com is the place to find
Ooh.
all the information about
Oops.
the U.S. Amateur Championship, about our spring leagues that'll be starting in January, our singles program. So that's another thing. Like the window for those pool players that are out there, they'll know. But just a reminder, that window for qualifying on a singles board for the spring regional, which is your last opportunity to play at the Pool Player Championships, that ends at the end of this month. So you want to talk to your league operator and get on a singles board this month if you're interested in playing in the 2017 Pool Player Championship, which is our April event in Las Vegas. Awesome event, by the way. Handicapped event,
Cool.
tiered by skill level.
I know.
Very
I want to
cool.
go. I want to go to some other APA events.
Well, it's like if you see at some of these events they get the big check afterwards.
Yes.
So at the Pool Player Championship, there's like how many people get big checks because it's all tiered. Yeah. You've got all these individual championships, and they all get big checks with like
Cool.
10 or 15 grand. So
Nice.
it's pretty exciting to see, when you give people,
Sure.
not when you give it because they've won it, right?
Right.
But seeing when you present them with that,
Right.
kinda, it's like, holy cow. It's rare in life you see that kind of joy from somebody. So
Yeah.
very cool experience.
That's- yeah, I
one
haven't
of my
got to
favorite things about what we
experience
do.
That's great. I've been looking forward to doing
the-
more APA events in the future.
Pool Player Championships in Las Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we give them a symbolic. The check is symbolic, but we actually give them cash as well at the
Yep.
event. So.
Alvin's going to go eat more shrimp. Steve's back. Well, I'm Steve, the video guy. So one of the big shots that we do at not only the team event, but is we take shots of everybody with these big checks. And it's always kind of remarkable to me, being around pool a little bit, is that at our events, people get their prizes right there, right away. You see the cash on the table at the end of the thing.
That's a tough miss there.
It's pretty hot.
That's a tough miss there by Chris.
Okay, this is the final rack, and wow, what a roll. Betty's got a great opportunity here. She's going to drop between the 2 and the 5. She'll probably hit the 5 or knock it in, maybe. Let's see, it depends on the speed. No, she played it well. She wants to keep that 5 there to get up to the 6 ball, because she's got to go. The 5's at one side of the table, the 6 is at the other. So.
Hey, how you doing, Mike? Mike
How
Stroud,
you
one of
doing?
our APA League operators here in Pinellas County, coming by and saying hello. This is Betty Lee here on the 2 ball.
I think we're in Hillsborough County, actually.
Hillsboro's
in-
Tampa,
Oh,
which is
okay,
where we're
yeah,
staying
gotcha.
and where the
Pinellas
airport is.
Straight, it's
When you
Clearwater.
when you come across the bay
Gotcha.
to where we are,
Thank
we're
you.
in Pinellas County.
Thanks
so
for teaching me.
it's all part of the greater Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, West
you've
Nature
got,
Coast.
You've got you got Tampa, you got St. Pete, you've got
Mhm.
Clearwater, which I think is technically where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I think we're Palm Harbor.
We're
is where
Palm
we are,
Harbor.
which is north of Clearwater.
And then Hollywood or
Dunedin,
Holiday,
and then you got
Holiday, Newport Richie,
Right.
Spring Hill, Weeki Wachee.
really great area though overall.
great.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many different places you can go
Yeah, I love
in
living
the
here in
Tampa
the winter.
area. Don't rub it in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alvin likes to come down to this event and then doesn't go back until it's warm
Yeah,
again.
I
so
love it. I'm
we're
buying a
all
place
very
down here
jealous.
this year. Oh, you guys will all be able to stay at my place.
Can I bring my wife and kids and we stay
Sure.
like over Christmas? And you'll buy us presents?
I'll stay in the barn, and you guys can have my house. How about that?
Are you
'Cause I
you
won't
gonna
be
have a
nowhere
barn?
when you're.
You gonna have a
Oh
barn?
yeah.
So you're getting like a
I'm gonna
farm
be
or
a
what?
sand farmer. It's sand. You ever see that Sam Kinison World Hunger clip? It's funny. All right, Betty Lee.
She likes stretching out over to. She doesn't really.
She don't
she
use
doesn't
the rake-
Yeah, she doesn't
the
use
bridge.
the bridge.
Look at this.
That
She hit the
doesn't bother
9.
her at all.
Not good. Wow.
Yeah, you saw kind of her grab the
Mhm.
chalk off the table, knowing it wasn't what she was looking to do there.
Yeah, and the 8's in the way for the bank to the right. So she's going to have to play safety. I see her.
So Chris is going to get another chance here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, ridiculous shot would be to reverse bank it towards her into that pocket. But it looks like she's probably just going to try to trade positions.
Got to be smart.
She's going to shoot the 6 ball down to the bottom of the table under the 7. Or do some kind of strange. That's a good
She's
shot
gonna
there.
leave it
She
on the
tried to
rail
go
for it, yeah.
between the 8 there, which is
Yeah.
good.
So
She
again,
didn't
just
quite.
trying to make things a little complicated here for
Mhm.
Chris, hoping that
Yeah.
she'll get another shot at the table. Because again, at this point, it's maybe the
She
last
does.
time you're going to get a shot.
Hmm. She has a luckily for Betty that the 9 ball's in the way there,
Yeah.
but she's got a straight in bank shot, safety, whatever
Chris
she's gonna
Honeman
do.
here at the table.
She's gonna play a safety. She'll kick the 6 down table, or the cue will go down table. She'll put a lot of distance between these 2 balls. That's a fail.
She tries to play her own safety there.
Yeah.
and
See, you get that ball way down table.
Yeah.
You don't leave it there. That's not good. That's a
I don't
shot
know
in
if
the
this
side.
shot's any gimme here, though.
No, it's not.
Especially with where she left the cue ball there.
She's got to come with it for sure, but it'll go. And
So
she's
Betty-
yeah, the cue ball's right on the
Yeah.
rail. Mm-hmm. She'll have to bridge off the rail.
I was looking at that
Hit high
table
ball.
back there. It says Sardo. You ever see those racks anymore?
They don't use them
Not
things
too much.
anymore.
Remember the Sardo racks?
Yeah, I
Some
remember that
folks
guy
probably
too.
remember
I met
those.
him.
Lou
Big
and,
plastic thing.
Lou and who was the other Sardo brother? Carmine, I think.
Yeah. I remember those days.
But they had those big racks that
Yeah,
would like
man.
push down and then press the balls. And they worked great, but
They did
the
work
setup
great.
of them was a little challenging. You had
Yeah.
to kind of set the
You had to put the
divots on the
balls in there.
table. And
Mhm.
we actually had a couple years where we had them on all our tables in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's going back probably 10, 12 years now. But Betty Lee here at the table.
This is the key shot.
Big shot here.
Okay, so she reversed bank safety.
Okay.
Let's see if she made the
Okay.
shape. I don't think she did. That was a noble effort, though. Yeah, she did okay.
Yeah.
She made the safety. Great for her.
So,
Not so great for Chris.
safe.
Yeah.
Met by a safe, met by another safe. So being
I
very
think-
cautious at this point in the match.
Yeah, she
Again,
wasn't
this-
able to bank that, Steve. That was an intentional shot. Yeah, because when you watch them split the ball, but when you watch that blocker ball go right in between where they roll, that's you can always tell it's a safety. Definitely coming down to the wire here.
Did you tell me where the viewers were coming from? Did you say that? Oh, okay. I thought you were rattling off some places.
They were
just
talking about
commenting
it.
where they were from.
Yeah, that's
Alabama, New York.
that's
Virginia.
that's a tough question because it'll just start.
Yeah.
It goes crazy.
I was mainly trying to establish if there was anybody outside of the United States tuning
Probably
in to
some-
watch this match.
Probably some Englanders and some Germans. Germans. They're 6 hours
Ow.
ahead, so.
Now look at this. Oh, just missed it.
Yep. Wow,
Just
that
missed
she's
it.
going to give her the game there.
Ball
I
in
think.
hand.
That's good. Oh, look at that smile on her face.
Ball in hand. Betty's got.
Yep. Thanks for the gumball, Mick.
Oh, you're cold. That's cold.
Thanks for the gumball. I know. But that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is.
Betty's gonna take her
Betty's-
time though. Make
yep.
sure
She had a big
plans this out.
Yeah, because they can boffo this pretty easy, getting from the 7 to the 8. Yeah, she's looking right where she wants to be to shoot the 7. Oh yeah, you started that up.
I want to hear somebody say like Bora Bora or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Nan Madal. You can check that place out. Micronesia.
Becky Rosner, she's from China, I think. It's another one who needs to get back to work.
It's pretty bad when your boss is 1,000 miles away
Knows
and
when you're on
busts you.
Facebook, exactly.
Busts you
We're gonna
remotely.
have a staff meeting when we come back on Monday.
Bora Bora, Richard Schultz. Texas. See, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland?
Yeah,
That's
that's where Katie Fairfield is. Fifield is from.
Newfoundland.
That's
I hear
where,
it's beautiful
I bet
up
that's
there,
one of her
actually.
contacts.
Guy that we work with at the office, Kevin Hinkebine, was up there a couple years ago. He talks
Yeah.
very highly about that area,
It's
how
too
beautiful
cold
it
up
was.
there for me.
Well, you got to go at the right time of year. I think he was there like in
Yeah.
August or
Okay,
something.
gotcha.
So, of course, it's beautiful. January,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
won't
know.
see me there. All right, that's the
Betty.
set, and
Betty one shot away from
one
moving on.
shot. Lee
Comeback queen, huh?
put that 9-ball in the hole.
And she
All right.
completes a very impressive comeback.
Oh man.
Nice
Wow.
show of
I
sportsmanship.
love
So
how the
Betty's
girls get
moving
along.
on.
They're not like the guys. They push each other, throw their hands out of the way.
Not
I've
at
seen
the-
it all.
yeah, well,
not here.
not at this event.
this event. But hey, thanks, Jason Bowman. I'm Alvin Nelson with Inside Pool. We're going to sign out and get ready for the next match. Once again, thanks for watching on the Billiard Channel and at poolplayers.com. Make sure you sign up for this event next year at usamateurchampionship.com. And we're signing out for now.
See ya.